Hi everyone, welcome back to Beef Reacts, and today we are going to be watching the RWBY Volume 6 OST. And before you ask, I don't know why there's so much extra hair on my sweater. It's the first thing I noticed. I identify a lot with the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, not for really any reason other than like we're just both hairy creatures. And I think we both, is his name Prince Adam? Is he Prince Adam? I genuinely think the curse that was given to the Beast was some BS, because hear me out. You're like 10 years old. And like it's pouring rain, you're in a castle, and someone shows up to your door, and they are a wretched looking hag, or just a wretched looking person, and they're like, let me in. Your parents don't even answer the door. Your servants, who are supposed to answer the door, don't answer the door. And then next thing you know, you're like, she's like, can I come in? And you're like, no, why would you come into my home? And like, it's like, yeah, is it cause they're ugly? Who knows? Probably. You gotta look beyond what you see. I get it. And then she turns into the most beautiful person and then curses him. And it's like, haha. Look at, like, why didn't you start with the beautiful part? I'm not saying that makes it better. I'm saying that children are extremely judgmental. Why the hell would a 10-year-old look at this person that has boils and lumps on their face, possibly leprosy, and just be like, nah, come into my home, please, come into my home of royalty. You're not gonna hurt me. You're not gonna do anything to me. Like, am I a bootlicker for the bourgeoisie? Maybe, but it's specifically Prince Adam. I just don't think he... And then, I'm gonna say it, I think when he became human again, he shouldn't have become hot. I think he should have just been mid at best. That's my thoughts. Here we are with the Volume 6 OST. We're gonna be starting with Rising. You know, I'm guessing that was the ending, but I did not check. So that may have been a problem. Okay, yeah. First thing I wanted to notice is that this is an interesting photo that they decided to go with for this. Back at Beacon, I think I'll say it. I think they have been drawn differently. Like it's a lot more anime-esque and like. Is it just me or do? First off, Yang has the neck of a giraffe. I don't know why I'm shitting on fan art. I don't know why I'm spitting on the fan art here because it's like the fact that anyone drew it ever is cool. It's just like I'm looking at it and it just RWBY and Weiss. It's like I question why they put certain things where they put them. That's really it. Secondly, I think the song kind of is saying that it's a nature versus nurture thing because they were born the way that they were doing things, which is cool. And then let's just jump back into it. Actually, like I'm trying to get my initial thoughts, but like let's just actually just jump back into it. Music might be too low. I think it has a limiter of like -25. So I apologize. I think it's actually pretty cool. I don't want to say just say poetry, but I think it's like interesting because it's like, yeah, I could. All right, so to give my thought process here, you ever meet somebody who isn't the nicest person, and by isn't the nicest person, what I mean is their attitude towards most things is very lame. How do I say this without being a general Richard about it? Okay, like the same way the river knows to reach the sea, I could be that person and be like, well, it's just gravity. It's just gravity. Or like when people are talking about love and they're like, it's just a chemical reaction. It's just a chemical reaction. It's like, okay, thanks. Was the chemical like now you've run into a chicken and egg situation where it's like, okay, well, was the chemical reaction caused by my feelings for the person, or was the feelings caused by the chemical reaction? Like, it's stupid. I mean, here I could just be like, oh, it's gravity. Oh, the sparrow knows to fly because it's like whatever. But I think ultimately the metaphor here is just a great like I don't want to say just like a great idea and leave it at that. Like I think it works very well for what it's trying to portray, which is our main cast is going to be heroic no matter what because that's who they are. That's their identity. Their identity is that of heroes, not that of people that are going to sit back and just take whatever comes their way. The only thing that I think would be, I think is a little bit silly, is when they say rising like the moon, because it's like, I feel like sun would have been, because it's like, when you're saying we're going to rise like the moon, that means the moon's light, or the moon's rising, or anything like that. It varies, yada, 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 based on where it is in the cycle, bull spit. But they use sun follows night and that type of thing, but or the lightning, no one tells the lightning where to strike. Like they use these lines which are very strong and very like not just whimsical, but like ideas in themselves. And then they use the moon, and that's like, it's not a critique. It's more of just like the moon gathers its light and gathers its stuff from reflection from the sun. So like, why would you want to have be referred to as the moon? You're saying that you are just the reflection of something greater. Now, if you want it, that could be beautiful if you're saying that, like, yeah, you're fighting for, I don't know, the uniting of humanity, which is ultimately what the two brother gods want, and then you come down and it becomes a question of, like, are you humbling yourself to say that you're not as great as them, but why the hell, like, that's like a very deep theological, and when I say theological, I don't mean one specific religion, I'm saying for the for the world of RWBY. And it's like a very deep question that you're not going to get an answer to. So, it interesting. I love her vocals here. So beautiful. And it wouldn't be RWBY without a sick guitar solo, so I'm with this heavy. Back. I want to hear that one more time. The sky. Love that. You know, when I was, like, around volume 1 or 2, I didn't really love whenever Jeff had, like, the background vocals. Not that they were bad, I just didn't love the way it was done, and that's just a personal whatever. But, like, I'd be interested in going back, because some, like, besides the songs, like, Red Like Roses and everything like that, that's already on, like, my playlists and stuff, it's really grown on me, and, like, I think it's really interesting how where we're at now in the song story, where, like, all these opening tracks, they start fun and exciting, and then we get to a point where they're depressing and sad, and then that was, like, you know, 3 and 4, and now 5 and 6 have been this triumph, like this very triumphant, we're gonna still take a stand even though everything is like flubbed up, and I think that's really cool. I'm ready for the next banger. Miracle. RWBY v Salem. Oh, that looks sick. I doubt this is actually about RWBY vs Salem, though. It just goes hard. Like the song it just is. Oh, damn. Not gonna say Miracle again? Okay. I'm gonna before I share my thoughts, I want to do one more. I just want to start listening again. So I'm kind of interested here. Untrue. I think an interesting thing that a lot of people seem to not forget, but seem to like not hold to as high of a self-esteem. Self-esteem? I don't know the right word. Is this idea of learning through failure? Yeah, you're gonna fail. Yeah, things are gonna suck. But like, bad data is still data. Like, if you're moving further from your goal, and you thought you were moving closer, that's horrible. But if it's genuinely a goal you want to pursue, you have to ask yourself the question, okay, what do I, like, this isn't working, what would work? And then try something else. And then if that doesn't work, try something else. And then hopefully, eventually, things work. But, I mean, that's easier. That's always easier said than done. So, like, it is what it is. Miracle's all we need, but there isn't one in sight. Well, wouldn't... I disagree. I... You ever hear there's like an idea in like... Mind you, miracles have like a very strict definition. Like... Normally, whenever there's a quote-unquote miracle performed, and it's, like, considered a Catholic miracle, this is at least what I was taught in school about that, because I had to take 12 years of theology. Was it 12 years? I don't know. I've been learning a lot of it for a long time, but it really only ever got serious from, like, high school. So, technically speaking, the way a miracle is talked about is, and these are usually pretty cool, because they're just interesting, and there are some ways, but what the church normally does is, let's just take Miracle of the Eucharist, which is like, I think Pope Francis, back when he was in Argentina, somehow found a consecrated piece of whatever on the floor, put it in some wine, and then like left it in there to dissolve, because that's just the way you're supposed to do it, I guess, whenever there's leftover. And I guess somehow that turned into some heart tissue or something. It's a crazy story, but the interesting thing is the way that the church goes about verifying miracles is that they will contact they'll contact secular scientists and like top of their field people that have no belief, and they're like, how could this happen? And if the answer is we don't know, or if the answer is there's really no reason for it to happen, then that's when it's considered a miracle. Like, it needs to be beyond science for it to be considered one. And, like, the verification process is a lot lengthier than you want it to be. Because I guess they don't want, like, those like, when I say charlatans, I mean the people that are, like, put their hands on someone and say, walk! And then they actually stand up and walk, but it's not because they were sick. It's because they actually, did something. Like, sorry, it wasn't because they were sick, it's because they could actually walk, but they were pretending to be handicapped. It's like a very... Again, it's not that anyone cares about this. I always just think it's fascinating going about the way the verification of miracles happen, and some of them are really cool. And learning and studying them, regardless of if you believe in that type of thing, I always think it's just fascinating. Just because there are questions that get raised that science doesn't really have an answer for. Not because one doesn't exist, but because it's just not something that can be determined right now. And then the likelihood of them happening is actually much higher than you think. So I think when you're saying, like, asking for a miracle, I think more often than not, you're the miracle in somebody else's life, and vice versa. Somebody else will be the miracle in your life, or circumstances will happen where miracles are prevalent. You just need to find them. Is that saying that? I think that's that's kind of saying that there's a objective morality if it's saying that we're born knowing how to, like, doing what's right, and that it's not taught or subjective. It's saying that in the world of Remnant, their morality is a very, you're born knowing to do what's right, and like that, doing what's right, which is preserving life. And that's kind of a interesting idea, because that can be expressed in thousands of different ways, because it's like, well, I could be a garbage man and be preserving life because I'm taking out waste that could hold harmful bacteria that can hurt people. Like, it's kind of like the idea of there are no useless jobs, there are no useless people, there are just people. Like, interesting thing there. Reminded me of the spectacular Spider-Man opening right there. I'm just gonna say it. And, like, I need to say it right now. RWBY's turning a lot into Kingdom Hearts. And, like, I'm a big fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. I love Kingdom Hearts. It's one of my favorite series of all time. I thought 3 was horrible. Everything I'm seeing about 4 looks pretty dope, though. Like, it looks dope. But with the way they're talking about light, the way they have a misshapen moon, the way everything's kind of a gun. I mean, dark creatures that seek to destroy humanity and all right, like. It seems like Remnant is a lot more like honestly, Kingdom Hearts 4, let's go to RWBY. I want Sora, Donald, and Goofy to meet RWBY, to meet Team RWBY. I think that'd be a cool thing. And they have to fight and defeat Salem. That'd be a dope fan game. I can't do that, but that'd be cool if somebody could. One thing... Oh, not a Neo song! I don't want to break right now. But it's gonna go hard.
Kill for kill, eye for eye, blood for blood, it's time to die. Retribution tastes so sweet. Gone to life that he gave, now revenge is all I crave. Retaliation soon complete. I was nowhere, I had no one, I felt nothing. Lost without a voice and on my own. Then a candle's flame brought a brand new name. But now you've stolen everything and I'm all alone. I had one thing and you've taken it from me. A single line, a single prayer, but you made that end. There was one thing to help escape from misery, and now it's all disarray. You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you're paid. Life for life, death for death, tit for tat, just one last breath. Absolution's nowhere near. Cue the scene, now it's time. Reparation for your crime. Atonement day is finally here. I have waited for this meeting, for this moment. Dreamed about the day I made you cry. What a sweet release when you rest in peace. Vengeance, justice, finally mine, and I want you both. I had one thing, and you've taken it from me. A single line, a single prayer, but you made that end. There was one thing to help escape from misery, and now it's all disarray. You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you'll pay the price. You destroyed my life. After years of suffering, finally had a place to go, but not anymore. And now it's war, and I won't be peace till I get what I came for. I had one thing, and you've taken it from me. Take a single line, a single prayer, but you made that end. Escape from misery, and now it's all disarray. You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you're
Dude, it's like, come on. It's like, I love Neo a lot, actually, as a character. Like, at first I didn't get it, and then I got it. You know, like, it clicks in your head with the time apart from Neo, and I'd be interested to see, like, what her inner thoughts are like, because I think they have to be fascinating. Like when she thinks, like, I think she just thinks in murder. And I don't know how to explain that other than, like, actually, like, not being able to see her communicate and just knowing that she is a deadly force that will do anything to get what she wants. I am so with that. That is exactly what I want out of this character. And, like, it's sad because at the end of the day, a Grimm is the one who took Torchwick. Like, a Grimm killed him. And, like, she could blame RWBY, she can blame Cinder, but at the end of the day, that was him. He was spouting negativity on top and then just died. Like, it's a tough L for anyone. have really small teeth.
Kill for kill, eye for eye, blood for blood, it's time to die.
I love that opening.
Tastes so sweet.
You know it, baby.
Gone to life that he gave, now revenge is all I crave. Retaliation soon complete. I was nowhere, I had no one, I felt nothing. Lost without a voice and on my own. Then a candle's flame brought a brand new name.
I'm with that.
Now you're stolen everything and I'm all alone. I had one thing and you've taken it from me. A single line, a single prayer that you made that end. There was one thing to help escape from misery. And now it's all disarray. You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you're life for life, death for death, tit for tat, just one last breath. Absolution's nowhere near. Cue the scene, now it's time. Reparation for your crime. I told midday is finally here. I have waited for this meeting, for this moment. Dreamed about the day I made you cry. What a sweet release when you rest in peace. Vengeance, justice, finally mine, and I want you both. I had one thing, and you've taken it from me.
Banger.
A single line, a single prayer that you made that end.
I am so sorry. I got lost in the music for a second there. I was just like, yeah, this is a good song. Like, I really just got, like, I was just like, just, that's my bad, everyone. But I love that this is the thing that drives Neo, like, throughout the rest, like, not throughout, I hope not throughout the rest of the story, but going forward, she's driven by just not only missing Roman, but, like, Roman meant a lot to her because of everything I'm guessing he did for her. And that just has to be devastating. And now that she has the hat and kept the hat, like, it's just tough.
There was one thing to help escape from misery, and now it's all disarray. You took my whole life away. You sent me back to nothing. Now you'll pay the price. You destroyed my life. After years of suffering, finally had a place to go, but not anymore. And now it's war. And I won't be peace till I get what I came for.
I will say I am the most excited for whenever Indomitable comes on this in this. Damn. Neo slays. Weird to use Lionize and have Adam? When you think it'd be Leo Lionheart. My 1-2 isn't bothering me, dude. Oh. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just going to look up the meaning of the word lionized. Give a lot of public attention and approval to someone. Treat as a celebrity. So, well, I learned a new word today. So I keep baring my lower teeth. Like, they have been just not feeling good. Ow. I think I probably need to go to a dentist soon, honestly. But I think in terms of this song, it gives you this inner working to at least what Adam was thinking, which I think is interesting. The only issue is that, like, he's not... Like, him wanting to be lionized kind of gives you the warped view of him. He didn't actually want to be heroic. He just wanted to be a celebrity among his people. He wanted to be loved, and he wanted all of those things. I guess the issue then comes up of... stretching a little bit here. The issue comes up that, like, he didn't. And I've been thinking about it a lot now that Adam is quote-unquote dead, but I don't... He might not be dead, honestly, because it's a show. They established him as such a big threat in the opening of, like, Volume 6 with him running away and doing that type of thing and not having the faunus behind him, not having that. And then they just kind of kill him because he was following Blake since Mysterio. Why? I just don't... I don't really get it, nor do I really see it, but it is what it is. Like, I don't know. I don't really know if he... It's the end of a 3-volume arc that didn't really have the weight that I think it needed to. I also love that we have this SDC brand on him and we don't even know where it's from. Why is it across his eye? I also like how Lionize sounds like lion eyes. Like his eyes are lying to him. And like he's believing a distorted view of reality. I think that's a cool, at least, motif. I was really hoping the song was going to be about Leo Lionheart, because that would have been dope. I would have been so down for that. Like, why he was scared. Why did he... I don't want to just talk about the song, but, like, I really wish there was a song about Leo Lionheart, only because, like, now that we know the information that you can't beat Cinder, maybe we could see, like, him descend into this fear of what's going to happen to him, what's going to happen to the people, what's going to happen to everyone if he doesn't just bend to her will. I think that would be a much more, I don't want to say interesting song than the one about Adam. I just kind of wish we get that. And I don't think we're gonna, and that just kind of makes me sad. And champion the truth until they recognize. So when they recognize you, then what? You're no longer going to fight for the truth, or... Like, you're not an idealist. Like, I don't know. Do you think Blake or her dad ever wanted to just be lionized, or did they just want to make a better world for their, like... I think Blake's dad just wanted to make a better world for his daughter and, like, the people around him and the next generation. And then I think Blake just wants to make a better world for everyone. And, like... It's just interesting how this is so self-serving. And genuinely, I don't have a problem with people being self-interested for helping out causes. Because that's... If you, like... Listen, alright? I don't like when it's like, oh, you're doing it because you have, like, no reason. You're doing it because you're doing it from the goodness of your heart. The people that do things because it's out of the goodness of their heart literally have... Besides committing to it, why? At least with a person who has a selfish reason for doing something, they gain something out of it, so they're more likely to follow through on that commitment because they get something they want, and I prefer that, personally. I prefer people that help me in life to be getting something out of it than not be getting something out of it. Because at the end of the day, I know that if they're going to be getting something out of it, they're probably going to follow through on whatever their promise was. People that do things out of the goodness of their heart often don't follow through, myself included. It's like, oh yeah, I'll help you move. 10 p.m. hit, like, or 10 a.m. hits, day of. I don't want to do this. Sorry. Something came up, family emergency, can't do it. Oh, if I help you move, you're gonna pay for lunch and also, like, you know, you'll help me do something in the future? Okay, I'll be there. 10 a.m. rolls around. All right, ready? Here I am to help move some boxes. Like, it's hard to do things out of the goodness of your heart when it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm selfish. I probably am just selfish. That is probably just what it is. But, I don't know. It's just how I think about people and doing favors, where it's like, if you are doing it because you have nothing to gain out of it. And by the way, having something to gain out of it doesn't mean monetary. It doesn't mean social praise. It could just mean a favor. Like, I do things all the time just because someone then owes me a favor that I can call on later. So if I need help with something, I can just be like, all right, yeah. And, like, you don't bring it up. You don't, when you need a favor, it's like, oh, remember that time I helped you? You don't do that. That's just screwed up. You, like, you just help people, and then they're more inclined to help you, which is a inherently self-interested motive to do things, if you do that. It's kind of like if people are manipulative and they know that they're being manipulative versus someone who's being manipulative and doesn't understand they are. Because there are people that literally just have been raised by manipulators that have no idea that they have been manipulated, and they are using the same tactics. So it just, I don't know. I didn't really know where this was going. I just was thinking out loud. Yeah. With it. Big metal shoe. Oh, Cardova. Looking like a baddie. I hate her, but she's looking like a baddie. I love all the fairy tale illusions.
Time to defeat you, hickory dickory, flawless victory. Carve your tail like free my mics. Better listen up, not saying it twice. Bring around Rosie, you can't oppose me, let you know now. I'm here to take you down. You're gonna reach your end in the splendor. No more pretending you're all pinning. Star won't twinkle, squeeze to a wrinkle, bully up the scene. A nightmarish fiend, London bridge down. You can't make a sound. The wheels in your bus have just been crushed. Any meaning mine, time for you to die. Catch him by the toe, never letting go. No time to pray. It's your last day. A, B, C, D, you can't see me.
I apologize if there was any static. It might have just been my phone next to that, next to the mic. It's one of those songs where I want to listen to it again. It's a banger, but I don't have like anything to say about it. Like, it's a good jam. I love the motif that they're using with like all of the fairy tales and stuff. And the rap goes hard, but I just don't. I don't think there's as much to say about this one as other songs that could come up, unfortunately. That being said, it's still a banger. At first, I really didn't like Cardova, as you may know. But she has grown on me so much. Like, just such a cool character. Am I gonna have a lot to say about this song? Maybe.
Will I be afraid or will I run away? It's behind me. Freedom is finally here. You may have taken the lead, but I'll even the score. You won the battle, you won't win the war. Not now and never more. You talked of subjugation. I answered your violent plea. You said infatuation kept me too blind to say. You think you're someone's hero. Your heart is more than your eyes. I challenge your weak manifesto. The goal of a savior is not to be like God.
Oh, I see what they did there. Yeah.
Back when it started, I thought the justice was your goal. Then in the darkness, you lost your mind, I lost my soul. That's enough, I said I won't be controlled. Nevermore, nevermore. You talk to my heart in my head. Nevermore,
Oh, that piano's a sick riff.
you had me down, defeated. A state that I can't allow. It's over, my fears retreated. I'm more like an army now. You offered hope, salvation, gave me a place to be. But your vision of liberation was all about you. It would never
Damn. Great jam. Yeah. Okay, how do I talk about this? First and foremost, it's hard to. It seems like the showrunners and people that were behind this are going much heavier into Bumblebee, which is fine. It's honestly a matter of just making it feel realistic, and if they just kind of went full force into it, that would just make me annoyed. If it's a slow grind and eventually gets there, and nobody tell me, don't tell me, I don't want to know. I'd be fine with that. I will say the ultimate. I didn't talk much about it in my video because I didn't know how to feel about it, and then I thought about it, and I don't love the way it was done. I think the writing of the scene was good. I think the scene itself overall was fine. I do, however, think that we have had 3 seasons with all of this drama surrounding Adam, Blake, and by extension Yang, who lost her arm to him. And that entire resolution honestly took about, if I'm being insanely critical, 5 minutes. If I'm being generous, about 2 episodes. So, I don't think it carried as much weight as it should have as a resolution to this arc these 2 characters have gone on. And the fact that it's both of them stabbing Adam at the same time, killing him, makes me believe, honestly, and this is just a genuine thought, going forward, it's that the both of them together are going to solve their problems, and that's fine. It's just a matter of how it's portrayed. Like, I just don't think it was given enough time to fester and marinate. Like, they have just taken a life, and, like, yes, Blake is crying, but, like, she's crying, and she's like, I said I'm never gonna leave, and I'm never gonna leave. And it's like, okay. She's crying about her promise, and then we're not really... I mean, I can infer that she's upset about having to murder a previous possible lover, assumed, if not mentor and person who took advantage of her, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm fine with Adam being killed, but, like, I don't think it does exactly what it's thinking it's doing. Only because, like, how could it? Well, I shouldn't say how could it, but, like, what did it... There just wasn't enough time to expand on the resolution of it. The resolution just happened, and it slowly went into chapter 13, but not enough for it to, again, hold the weight that it needed to hold. Like, I don't just say, like, it needs to be weighty because it's like, oh, whatever. It's like, I care about these characters getting the resolution they deserve. Something tells me Yang's arm is probably never going to shake again. It's like, well, Adam's dead, so she doesn't need to have the PTSD anymore. Then why have it? Why even do it if it's just going to be solved like that? I promise you, soldiers that experience PTSD, or people out there that experience PTSD from horrible situations, even if the person that caused the PTSD, even if the trauma inducer is gone forever, that doesn't just mean that, oh yeah, the episode's never happened anymore. But we're probably never going to see it again. We're probably never going to see, like these characters have now fundamentally changed from, yeah, they changed fundamentally from Volume 3, but now at the end of Volume 6, they're going to fundamentally change again. There's probably going to be a new art style starting Volume 7. Like, that's fine. But, like, why? Alright, but why? The first arc, Volumes 1 through 3, Beacon. Second arc, Volumes 4 through 6, Mistral. Probably third arc, volumes 7 through 9, is going to be Atlas or something. Until we get to the end. Until we explore all of Remnant and we see everything and we finally beat Salem. That's probably the way that they're doing it, is in threes. And that's cool. But, like, I don't want to just sit here and complain. Like, I just understand it's not that I'm mad that this happened. It's more of, like, I just want more out of it.
Will I be afraid or will I run away? It's behind me. Freedom is finally here. You may have taken the lead, but I'll leave in the score. You won the battle, you won't win the war. Not now and never more. You talked of subjugation. I answered your violent plea. Youth and infatuation kept me too blind to see.
Being blinded in love kept me too blind to see.
You think you're someone's hero. Your heart is more than your eyes. I challenge your weak manifesto. The goal of a savior is not to be like God.
Adam would be the type to have a manifesto, though.
Back when it started, I thought that justice was your goal. Then in the darkness, you lost your mind, I lost my soul. That's enough, I said I won't be controlled. Nevermore, nevermore. You talk to my heart in my head. Nevermore, you had me down, defeated. A state that I can't allow. It's over, my fears retreated. I'm more like an army now. You offered hope, salvation, gave me a place to be. But your vision of liberation was all about you. It would never apply to me.
I kind of love how this is Blake's version of This Life Is Mine. And I like that a lot, actually. Like, I think it works really well for this character. And, like, part of me thinks it loses some of its strength because Yang is there. And then another me thinks it adds to it because she is. Like, it's hard. Because it's like, on one hand, having someone support you as you're confronting an axe or something like that is a very beautiful and strong thing. But it shows the strength of the relationship and not... On one hand, it shows a lot of strength, and on the other hand, it's like it doesn't show personal strength, though. Like, it doesn't show that, like, Blake's strong for herself or strong for Yang. It's that together the two of them can overcome it. But by themselves, it doesn't... I don't know. It's really hard for me to, like, verbalize this properly, because I know some people would be upset by it, but it's like, that's just factually what's going on.
I won't say I'm harder. It's my turn to take back what you stole. And this time I'm smarter.
But they both do have beef with him, so I get it.
I'm not alone, not dying now. We're protecting our own. Nevermore, nevermore. You
I like how they're just like, now we killed him. He's dead now. Like, he'll see the light of day, nevermore. He's dead. Bye-bye. Blake is taking the fact that she killed a man. Not Blake. Yang is taking the fact she killed a man exceptionally well, by the way. So I guess the White Fang are just not going to be an issue anymore. That's cool. Finally. I believe that the human spirit is indomitable. If you endeavor to achieve, it will happen given enough resolve. It may not be immediate, and often your greater dreams are something you will not achieve within your own lifetime. The effort you put forth to anything transcends yourself, for there is no futility even in death. I can't tell you... Yeah, this quote just speaks to me. It speaks to everything that I believe. I believe in reaching for the next galaxy, because if you fail, you at least land on a star. Or you land on a planet. You go past the sky. And sky shouldn't be your limit.
I met a man, he had a dream.
I think this is about
I tried to understand,
Monty.
but nothing was what it seemed. Sometimes that's how gods roll. We'd sit for hours, he'd share his plans to build a universe and make every part by hand. A big scheme with an infinite goal.
This is gonna become one of my favorite songs.
So I would watch and listen and try to learn.
Yeah, this is
As
gonna do it.
pieces and bits became whole. But there was more going on than the work at hand. What I learned had to do with the strength of the soul. There's a light that shines, and its power is mine. Though our bodies weak and breakable, the spirit is indomitable.
That opening is so beautiful, dude. And the butterflies, which I think are supposed to symbolize Monty.
So step by step and frame by frame, a world created, its map fashioned from a stain. Just dream big, then work till it grows. I learned this lesson, we can evolve, achieving anything as long as our hearts resolved. Believing we'll make it so. Though I for something that's so unfair. It's cruel, but that's how life goes. But through the sadness, thousands of tears, we see his message sparkling crystal clear. Our work is larger than we know. There's a light that shines, and its power is might. Though our bodies weak and breakable, the spirit is
This song speaks to my very being. It speaks to a lot of the things I believe, and the more and more I learn about Monty, I think the more I think that there's a lot of kindred spirit there in a lot of ways, with the quotes I've read, with the songs I've heard about him, with the things. I wouldn't be as arrogant to say that I think we would have been friends. I wouldn't be as arrogant to say that I think that I could have ever gotten a chance to work with him, because that's not fair. All I can say is that his message speaks loud and clear to me, and I think people that get it, get it. And I think people that don't get it can at least see it and understand it for what it's worth. I don't think I can go back and re-listen to it and give actually insightful commentary, because I think the song should speak for itself, and I think honestly at the end of the day, anything I break down would pale in comparison to what it's actually saying. However, I don't want to just say that and then move on to the next one. I do want to give my thoughts on what the song really at least said to me. I think people have ambitions and appetites, and I think people have what they're capable of and what they can do as long as they're willing to work for it. And that doesn't mean that you don't face roadblocks. It means, how do you get past your roadblocks? Success is not... Some people are granted an easier walk and some people aren't. That's just the facts of life. Gazelle, the gazelle that lives the longest doesn't complain that lines exist. They just have to deal with the fact that lines exist. And the way I look at your dreams and the way I look at my own dreams is, I have at least 10 projects in my head that I've been world building and trying to get made for such a long, long time. And if I could ever have that opportunity come to life, I would love for everyone here to take a moment and watch it or do something like that. But I'm not... It wouldn't be fair of me to just say that and be like, oh, you're going to watch it. If you want to, go for it. I'm working on a short film. I keep saying I'm working on a short film, but I am. It's just hard for me to write. I'm working on a second novel. I'm working on a television series about superheroes with very bad superpowers. My main character is someone who has super speed but also has asthma, so he can't run longer than 5 seconds without being winded. It's not just a matter of having the ideas, it's the step-by-step process. It's having the indomitable spirit that you're not going to be broken down and you're not going to be beaten until it's done. And I genuinely love everything Monty stood for, and I genuinely love what this song was about, and I don't just want to add it to my playlist and just say I have it on my playlist. I want to listen to this song at least once a week, if not daily, because I think it, I don't want to just say it spoke to my heart or anything like that, because that sounds lame. It resonated with everything I believe, and that's really it. Now, this is the exact same song, I'm pretty sure. So I am confused on why it's here.
I met a man.
Yeah, 1 second.
He had a dream. I tried to understand, but nothing was what it seemed. Sometimes that's how God's bound inside clear.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just skip over to Forever Fall. Sorry about that. Play the same song again for some reason. Now I'm on to a song that I think will either make me cry or will bring me very close. And, like, I feel bad because I haven't had much to break down in these, like, last 2 volumes. And this is the last song. This is, like, the last, I think it's this, last song that's not a remix or something like that.
Once, like a dream, you looked at me, and everything felt new. Time slipped away. The past seemed to fade. My hope restored by you. And I know for some it's temporary, like a shooting star soon out of view. But this will always be, it's my destiny to be in love with you. Some people fall in love for life, others never get it right. Love's fickle when it calls. One thing that I know for sure, longer than our lives endure, you're my forever fall. Your trust, honesty helped me believe.
I don't know why I keep smiling at the camera. I'm having a hard time keeping it together here, folks.
Of hope shined through. You said like the seasons change, they come and go. But this is infinite. Nothing, even death, could separate our souls. 'Cause you're my final goal. Some people fall in love for life, others never get it right. Love's fickle when it calls. One thing that I know for sure, longer than our lives endure, you're my forever
It's like, why do they do it to me, man? Why do they gotta do it to me? Just it's hard to think about Pyrrha or John, or not even just that relationship of what it was or just what it could have been. Just I think it's the fact of it exists in a way that doesn't really get what's the word I'm thinking of? So I'm hearing like a weird pipe in my house. I think it even gets back to like the whole thing of why they're doing this in the first place and what's causing it to happen. Not even just Pyrrha deserved better, or Pyrrha deserved X, or Pyrrha deserved Y. Just this is just I don't even know what I want to say. Like, this is just a very beautiful song, and it's hard because there's not much story to talk about it. There's not much to theorize or do with it, so it's like going back and re-listening is not going to really be something, and I feel bad about doing that. But in the same time, it's like this song and Indomitable should speak for themselves, because at the end of the day, these two songs are beautiful and not just hopeful, but like they add so much to the story. And that's just the thing I keep thinking about. Sorry. Part of me is trying to think, like, is that a mouse on my wall, or is that just somebody upstairs? Oh, we're getting Yang, but it's like country. Okay, I'm with it. It's like Old Town Road.
It happens every night. I watch my world ignite, but there's no waking from this nightmare. The stage is always set, the place I can't forget, the hidden eyes that I can feel there. My eyes are open wide, I'm racing to her side. There's nothing that I won't do for her. But this is not a dream, my mind repeats the scene. I can't forget
Her voice is really just versatile. And it's like just a beautifully done voice too. Versatile and beautiful. That's, you don't get that always, you know?
Remember all too well my time of living hell. The night my enemy would conquer. But now I'm dancing free. Live through the tragedy. You wished you killed me, now I'm stronger. I am the golden one who burns just like the sun. Next
damn.
time we meet is your disaster. I'll bring the punishment. Your song will be lament.
With it.
Revenge my happy ever after. My misery, my agony have taught me to fly. The pain I went through left me with a new war cry. I live my life like every day's the last. No living in the past. Best days ever. I'm never looking back. Feel like I'm finally unbroken. Feel like I'm back from the dead. Strength back and confidence flowing out of my way 'cause I'm armed and ready. Call me sweetheart and I'll tear you apart. Just call me sir. Try to resist once you meet my new fist. Just look at the fire in my eyes and bring my strawberry sunrise. It was you who began it. Now you're saying, God damn it. Next time there's no compromise.
With it.
Feel like I'm finally unbroken. Oh, now I'm back from the dead. Strength back and confidence growing out of my way 'cause I'm armed and ready.
I'm with it. Not indomitable a third time. All right, well, looks like that was the end of that OST, I guess. My bad, everyone. I thought there was one more song, but might be. If I missed anything, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. This has just been my thoughts. Honestly, as a acoustic version of Armed and Ready, kind of a banger. I'd be interested in listening to more covers of that song actually, just because it goes hard. Thank you so much for watching. I post every day. I'll be back with Volume 7 in 2 days, episodes 1, 2, and 3. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know down below. And yeah, this has been B for X. Thank you.